Welcome to the Harsh Noise ASMR channel, which will effectively be the Grooming ASMR channel. Today we will be doing a short video of some soft-spoken conversation along with some whispering, talking to you about my favorite thing in the world, my Harsh Noise pedal board. A pedal board like this could effectively and has been used by me for guitar, but in this video we will specifically be discussing its application, the way I prefer to use it, for the creation of harsh noise. For those of you who know guitar pedals, you'll be aware that it's kind of antithetical to not hear the pedals in this video. I understand that because it is an ASMR video, and because of that there will be a supplemental, much louder video uploaded directly after this, where I'm taking today's ASMR recording and processing it using these guitar pedals. My pedal board is comprised of two layers. The top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pedals. These are my central pedal board. This is what I tour with, record with, everything. This is, to me, the grooming sound. But because I am currently traveling and recording, I do have these extra pedals in the chain right here to provide some extra texture and increase the sonic palette when I'm out recording. In this point, they are both interjected right here at this point in the chain. I've arranged them visually in that way. So let's get right to it and start in the top right with the Electro Harmonics Pitchfork. The Electro Harmonics Pitchfork. The Electro Harmonics Pitchfork. The Electro Harmonics Pitchfork is a pitch pedal. It will take whatever you input and change the pitch, depending on whether it is on as it is now, or off as it is now. On, off. This pedal features a single foot switch, two knobs, and then a latching switch here, and then a button. So the first knob controls the blend amount. This controls how much dry signal, this will be the signal you send to it, versus the affected signal. It changes on this dial. And with that, to control the pitch and the blend, you are changing the pitch here. These first settings are a series of majors and minors. Majors and minors, seconds, thirds. I can't see them from here, but for my application, they're absolutely unimportant. What's important to me are these bottom three. This changes your pitch 1 octave, 2 octaves, and 3 octaves. With this switch here, you can go, I'll put it on the 1 octave now. This is 1 octave down, 1 octave up, or in the middle, it will be 1 octave up and 1 octave down at the same time. For grooming, I put it on the 1 octave up setting, in the 1 octave setting, in the down position, 1 octave down, and I keep the blend at 50%. I feed into it earbuds, which I have in my mouth when I perform, and keeping it in this position allows me to do some sort of crazy pitchy dive bombs without sounding like the White Stripes or something, but this adds a lot of texture and a lot of depth to the immediate signal. This pedal also has an expression pedal input, which will allow you to, with this latch setting, with it off, so it's not latching, it will only change pitch when you're holding it down. And with the expression pedal, you can change the curve and the speed at which it is the Proco Rat. This, I believe, is the Proco Rat 2. This is not the expensive version. And as you can see, mine has been customized. I say customized it with a piece of electrical tape to save fat, because the grooming project I run is pretty explicitly weight loss focused, and so it feels good to have the fat pedal on stage. As you can see, this pedal is really not doing too much. I would actually perform with it in this position. Volume all the way up, with the distortion all the way down, so it's effectively doing very, very little. What I'm using it for is this filter knob. This takes the signal coming out of here and filters it down to soften it a bit, grunge it up a little bit, make it a little bit more lo-fi. It also allows me to open the filter and make it sharper, more brittle sounding. But I like the filter down just like that, with almost no distortion, and then I can bring it in like this and have total hands-free, no vocals, pure harsh noise coming out of the earbuds anytime I like. But in this application, the Rat really does not do a lot. But like I said, I like it on stage as a mascot, maybe. At this point in the chain, because this is doing very little to boost the signal, and this is doing nothing to boost it. If I were to plug earbuds into this and then go into the house, you wouldn't hear anything. And that is why I have these two distortion pedals on the board. We will take a brief segue and talk about these, then we'll return to the studio pedal board. But right here, we have the absolute classic. This is the DoD FX86B Death Metal Distortion. The Death Metal Distortion. The Death Metal Distortion. The Death Metal Distortion. The DoD FX86B Death Metal Distortion. This pedal is the absolute classic of harsh noise, the titan of harsh noise. Many of you know there is a more recent Digitech Death Metal Distortion, and there is a previous FX86 Death Metal Distortion in the enclosure style of this one. These are both DoD pedals. I do not have the original 86. I do have the Digitech version. It is notably inferior. Many purists really prefer the sound of the original 86. I think it does look a bit better, but it's my understanding it does cut the signal volume a little bit more than this one. This pedal I do not have on my touring board because for my application, which is making a sort of ripping, pulling duct tape sound that I run over some Gabber electronics, it's too overpowering because it is an absolute signal destroyer. Signal destroyer. This pedal I have in here for studio applications when I need extreme low-end rumble. You can see I have the low knob up very high. Something interesting about this pedal is that unlike the Rat, which has volume and distortion gain, this pedal only has volume and a 3-band equalizer. So this pedal is at maximum gain, maximum distortion, maximum gain, maximum gain, maximum distortion at all times. And gleefully, the knobs are labeled RIP. Guts, pain, and scream. On top you can see, in the 86B they did provide a traditional labeling structure. the center, screaming your ears off or hitting you deep in the gut. This is the DoD FX86B Death Metal Distortion. To its immediate left, from earlier in the series, is a DoD FX25 envelope filter. DoD FX25 envelope filter. This is the most recent addition to my pedal board, and it's, I believe, only going to be in the studio board for vocal-only performances as part of collaborations. I may travel with this entire thing in a guitar case. But for the traditional rolling suitcase-sized grooming performances, this will likely not be included. This is an envelope filter, which frankly is used by jazz and funk bassists and guitarists to get sort of a wah foot pedal controlled feel, a waka waka sort of wah sound. But I became interested in this pedal when I noticed that it was on harsh noise legend Masana's pedal board for basically 20 years. I don't know if I've ever seen it leave him. There are 3-knob versions and an updated version, but Masana uses the OG FX25, and now I do as well. I usually have the range all the way up to increase the amount of sounds that will come out of it, and then I will live, or in the recordings, whip the sensitivity knob from left and right, and it really gives this extreme mic cord lashing, absolute whipping sound. It sounds like you're swinging the microphone around the venue. But in this case, it's the venue in your head, because you're recording at home with the DoD FX25 envelope filter. The DoD FX25 envelope filter. We now return to the central grooming touring pedal board, and I'm now going to do some of the quietest whispering for the loudest pedal on the board. Also, notably, the most expensive pedal on my board. Most of these were acquired through reverb, but not honestly, they weren't acquired through reverb. These are a lot of given to me by a friend, bought on Craigslist, bought on sale at the Guitar Center site, bought on eBay, given to me free when I bought this pedal, and this one was actually purchased new at the same location, but it is about $80 cheaper than the Death by Audio Absolute Destruction. This is an extremely unique pedal from Death by Audio. I saw it get debuted online, I believe at NAMM a couple of years ago, and fell in love with it immediately. A lot of these pedals have a serious bare bones layout, but none are more bare bones than this one. By the way, before we get into it, these 4 pedals with traditional foot switches all have these caps on the switches. These are sold and intended for people who play guitar barefoot or in socks in sort of a non-gigging environment to be able to hit the foot switches easier. But because I perform on stage with my hands, frankly, it helps me not miss the buttons in the sweaty heat of the moment. Okay, let's return to the Death by Audio Absolute Destruction. Right here we have a volume knob. Again, I keep this dimed out. That is at absolute 10. Keeping your levels at 10 is extremely popular in harsh noise music. But this does not have knobs. It has, a little bit difficult to see, it has 2 sliders. This is basically the off position for it, gain down and overload up. And this is going to give you very traditional fuzz tones all through this. Absolutely wild, crunchy, square wavy fuzz tones. But then as you take the overload switch I saw Being and Kakerlak, I believe, both from Ohio, both excellent, but in this performance, Being came through with some absolute popcorn popping, popcorn popping, popcorn popping, harsh noise sounds that took everyone to the absolute limit. And so with this pedal, I'm able to take my roaring, ripping, duct tape slashing sound and carve it away until it's nothing but a broken speaker exploding and overloading into the venue. This and this, but in my touring board, this is the pedal that takes the earbuds and makes them loud. Moving on now to our final two pedals. This is one of the cheaper on the boards. This is a Kaleen 10-band equalizer pedal. What this one does, it has a central gain here. So this is everything at 0, and this is everything at 12. I keep it all at 12 to start, and this increases gain again for having a very quiet input like headphones. Increasing a non-distortion gain is really helpful. I can also increase gain in a mixer, but in this case, I like the equalizer pedal because it then affords me 1 band full-scale gain control and then 10 bands of equalizer control. What this will allow me to do is sculpt up and down the highs, mids, and lows based on their hertz here of the sound coming through. In a studio session, I might have some wild settings like this and be pulling bands up and down individually, but in the live setting, my preference really is to use a single hand dive bomb. The top and bottom, it's maybe a 2-hand action, but I'll have earbuds hooked into my mouth. Earbuds hooked into my mouth. And then I will take my hands, making sure not to move the gain knob, and rip down the highs, creating a big bass cascade, and then just in the same way, pull the highs back up and the lows down, creating a high-pitched, ripping sound like clothing or duct tape is really what this setup sounds like to me. And so this allows for a lot of very expressive playing when live, and for a lot of extreme control in the studio. Finally, we come to the boss NF1 noise gate. When I started creating noise music, my interests went in this order. The first thing I fell in love with was the microphone. And from there, the next thing I fell in love with was the mixer. From there, I fell in love with the equalizer. And now I'm in love with the noise gate. This is actually a very pure, but honestly not very capable noise gate. I would like to upgrade to, I believe it's the Decimator 2, the very shiny silver one, but budget has been impeding. Plus, I honestly I have not back-to-backed them to find out the difference, but what this does is it takes your noise level, which would maybe be a sound like this, what you're hearing in the video, that hissing, and it will drop it down to 0 when it is not hearing incoming signal like this, like voice. And so what this does is, again, talking about the absolute mixer slashing, total dive bomb, absolute feedback cutting sound, the popcorn popping. This allows your volume to go from 1,000 to 0, 1,000,000 to 0 in an instant, and affords some really extreme, really slashing, really cutting, really square, wavy, chopped up sounds to come out of a live rig. There are some artists for whom a noise gate would not make sense because they would not want to introduce silence into their harsh noise or their harsh noise wall. But in my case, I really like to be able to control the latched, closed, or open release of sound from my board. Because, as I said, the harsh noise is usually, in my current setup, providing a top layer to a song playing from my drum machine. But for that reason, a noise gate is absolutely essential. This pedal, turned off, would ruin the effect and the sound that I'm seeking here. Would ruin it. Okay, that is effectively a full tour of my harsh noise pedal board. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of pedal touching, and then I will say goodbye at the very end. Okay, thank you for watching, and thank you for being here on the very first Harsh Noise ASMR video here on the Grooming ASMR channel. If you like this video, reminder, there will be a processed upload, as well as I will be soon